and welcome to Add More Zest. My name's Rebecca and today is Fansells Friday, so happy Friday to you all. I have a selection of big paintings for today, a few different ones. I'm trying to work out what is potentially the smaller one of the three to ensure that I have space on my desk. But this one is a 40 by 40. Let me get in it. Now they are all poured glue. They may look a little crinkled in places. I've had quite a few paintings delivered together, but because they are poured glue, they will all sort of settle down. So even so, that's already settled down. You can put it under something to make it flatten out a bit more, but once you start putting diamonds on it, it really will flatten. So this I thought was just a gorgeous image with colours. You've also got sort of the little heart love symbol in it. It's down as a 40 by 40 and it is in fact just under 40 centimetres by, again, just under 40 centimetres. You're talking a few mil in there. This one is a round, but it is also a round with ABs. So they've started to bring out quite a few paintings that will have some ABs in them. You do get what I call a posher toolkit in this one. You get the white tray, you get a pair of tweezers, you get a squishy on your pen, as well as some of the multi-placers, and of course you get your wax. Let's see if we can fish out which ABs, because the key doesn't actually tell us which ABs we get in this one. But looking at what I can see first off, there's actually quite a few ABs that I'm seeing. Is there any more? Gorgeous colours though. Look at those colours. Really, really gonna pop. No, that's all the ABs in this one. So we have 742 as an AB. This one primarily is in up here. So there's some here. There's some here in this sort of sunrisey part. It's a little bit where the orange meets the yellow. It's primarily where this symbol is. There isn't any of it down there. So it's primarily where the orange meets the yellow. You see where you've got this sort of, let's say, in between an orange and a yellow on the canvas. That's when we've got this one. Then we have, let's go then for the green. So this one is 890. It's number 16, which is the letter D. And this we have scattered here in this sort of green. We've got a little bit here, a little bit around here. So yeah, it's sort of scattered throughout a few different places, scattered up here as well and over here. So it's sort of scattered within that greenery. And then we actually have three different purples. So I'm going to start with the top of the shop just because it might be a bit easier. So that is 208, which is the symbol K. And I can see a few little places in here. In fact, in quite a few different places across here where the trees sort of look a little bit purple. We've also got it in the purple, in fact, in all of these purples sort of around what looks like rocks. All the way over here within sort of just underneath where the pink is in the rocks, little bits over here as well. And we also have some in the pink heart, or the pink / purple heart. It's actually where pink turns into purple that this first one goes. The second one is 333, which is also a purple. There is 4 scattered in this heart, but primarily they are further down. So there's quite a bit in these trees. There's also, again, quite a bit here. There's actually quite a big strip of it here, very close to the K's, a little bit down the bottom and to the sides here in sort of, I suppose, I don't know, do you look like moss? Is it underneath rocks? Very pretty. And then we have, last but by no means least, 550, which is number 6 and is the letter G. That is scattered in some more of these darker places within the trees primarily. I'm not seeing any further down. It's primarily in the trees, and there is some to these trees further to the side and further over here. And I'm not seeing any in the pink heart. So quite a nice placement of ABs in my opinion. But of course you never know truthfully until it's made up. But from what I can tell, it's a rather good selection of ABs. But I just think it's beautiful. So you can imagine there will be some just around this wave of the heart. There'll be some just where this orange meets the yellow, and then we'll have some ABs in the trees and here near, you know, what could be rocks or could just be some form of flowers, but near the pink, sort of underneath in the purple. So that's painting number 1. I'm going to pop it on the floor behind me to give me a fighting chance of showcasing the rest. Ooh, camera focus. Doesn't like a plain white desk. Definitely doesn't like a plain white desk. So painting number 2, going a completely different way from the bright, is actually a painting of the Coliseum. So this one is a square. It has 40 different colours. The measurement for this one, it's down as a 60 by 40 and it's actually just over 60. It's about 60 and a half by pretty much bob on 40 going down. You also get the nicer toolkit. We do also have some ABs in this one. How many do we have though? But that one, number 8, is an AB. Do we have any more? Well, of course, a lot more muted colours in this one. But yeah, we still have 3 ABs that I'm seeing in this one. I don't think I've missed one. But we do have 40 different colours. So there are quite a few. To have a quick look on these. So the white ones is actually all sort of around the scroll, so around your outside sections. There's also a little bit scattered in a few different places in the actual Coliseum itself. The next biggest one is number 436, and that again is sort of scattered. It's actually really quite scattered, but throughout the whole Coliseum itself. So we have 3 in this stretch, but then we have 4 coming down, and we have some in the outlines, very much scattered throughout the whole building. There is also some of this scattered sort of around by the scroll as well. And then we have AB 842, which is number 7. And again, that is sort of scattered in very similar places to this one throughout the Coliseum, throughout the columns, really, of the Coliseum and the parts underneath. So quite a nice scattering throughout there, bringing this to life, and then ABs round the edge. So that is painting number 2. Let me leave that in there for the camera to focus on while I get painting number 3. And hopefully not have it blurring. This one is the biggest. can get it. Oh, it's a two-piecer. It's got two pieces to its plastic. This one is a 60 by 60, so a big one. It has 40 different colours. This one is a round, and it is a reading girl with her cats. It seems the symbols, quite a lot of the symbols are white on black. It's making it a little bit harder to see the picture, but that is the image that it will be. So sometimes, especially when you have quite a bit of dark that's using whiter symbols, sometimes it can be a bit hard to see what the picture will look like. But that can also really make it come to life when you're doing the picture, because you're changing it so drastically. So you do get the nice toolkit on this one, and we have ABs. Maybe that's why I picked all of these, because they were AB ones. They take a while to come to me, and I sleep in between. So sometimes I end up forgetting that they've all got ABs in them. Look at that 310 though. There is quite a bit of 310. What's the symbol for 310? B. Oh, it's quite scattered. There are some blocks of it, but it does mix in what looks to be 939 in with it, so you're not doing huge blocks. It's definitely scattered in with other colours. This cat down here is probably the most 310 you will do in one. But we do have, I found 5 different ABs. So we'll start, we do have some darker ones. So 779, it's the letter A. This is scattered within her hair and a little bit around her glasses, but there is also some bits in the shading and the background near the cats as well. There's also a little bit of shading around her hand. So because this is in with the shading, you'll probably find this appears quite a bit and adds quite a bit of sparkle across. Then we have 823, which is the symbol D. This is actually primarily scattered within what she's wearing. So it's scattered in there. There is also a little bit of it in her hair to give sort of the depth and the shading in her hair as well. I'm just going for the primary spots that I spot this. There may well be, say, scatterings in other places, especially with that brown. But for now, we've primarily got it in her hair and her dress with a scattering elsewhere. 742. So this one, we have it in the book. More the seams of the book and this side of the cover. We also have it in this pumpkin over here, pumpkin up here. We also have it in this above her head, which is sort of more the background. And we have it in the pumpkin down here and down here too. For 720, that is the star symbol. That is within this book, not sort of the main body chunk of this book, but some of the shading around the book. There is a little bit of a chunk of it there. We've got some of it in the collar. There must be more places for this, because there's quite a lot of it. Oh, there is quite a bit scattered in this sort of background as well. So I think it will end up using quite a bit by the time it scatters throughout the background. So that is that one. And then last but by no means least, we have 606, which is the equal symbol. That is then sort of around the book here. So your book and your girl, you're going to have quite a bit. But then in these darker red parts here, over here by the cats, definitely up the top. So the background of the sort of red is going to have a lot of this in it as well. So quite a nice scattering of ABs throughout the brighter colours, and then the girl and her hair. So do keep an eye out for many AB paintings now that are out there. A lot more companies are adding ABs in to bring that extra little bit of bling. But here's 3 quite different big ones with AB. I will pop links to each of these down below in case any of these take your fancy. But we've got 2 round and 1 square for today's choices, though there are many, I say many choices down below. So feel free to click on the link if any of these take your fancy, or just go for a browse on the website, because why not? You can also pop into the search bar AB and you will find it often tells you that they are paintings with an AB. It doesn't specifically tell you which AB, but going by these 3, they do seem to be quite a nice scattering, even though they're a varied amount. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and thank you to Fansells, as always, for sponsoring this video and for letting me pick amazing paintings and things to share with you all. And I'll speak to you all again soon.